Dear students, in this video I am going to explain about classification of plant kingdom. Classification of plant kingdom. The classification of plant kingdom was proposed by A.W. Eichler. A.W. Eichler. Now this is the A.W. Eichler classification of plant kingdom. Now generally the plant kingdom is classified into two sub kingdoms. The first one is cryptogamy, second one is panirogamy. Now what are the characteristics of the cryptogamy? Cryptogamy plants are flowering plants, flowerless plants, and non-flowering plants, seedless plants, spore producing plants. Now these are the characteristics of the cryptogams. Cryptogams subkingdom cryptogams are flowerless plants, non-flowering plants, seedless plants, spore producing plants. Now again subkingdom of cryptogamy again classified into three divisions. First one is Thallophyta, second one is Bryophyta, first one is Thallophyta, second one is Bryophyta, third one is Pteridophyta. Now these are the three divisions in the Panirogamy subkingdom. Now in the Panirogamy subkingdom, three divisions. First division is Thallophyta, second one is Bryophyta, third one is Pteridophyta. Now what are the characteristics of the Thallophyta? Thallophyta plants are most primitive plants. Now Thallophyta plants are largest division in the cryptogamy. So next Thallophyta plants are, the Thallophyta plant body is thallus. Thallus is nothing but the thallus is not differentiated into the root, stem and leaves. Not differentiate into the root, we cannot differentiate into the stem, we cannot differentiate into the leaves. That is the thallus. Now in the Thallophyta, that is what are the examples of Thallophyta? Algae and fungi. Now these two are under the Thallophyta division. Now next Bryophytes. Bryophytes are amphibians of the plant kingdom. Now this is the Bryophytes. Next Pteridophytes are land primitive plants. They are seed bearing plant, that is called Pteridophytes. Now these three divisions are under the Panirogams. So next this is the classification of the cryptogams. Next one is second subkingdom, that is called Panirogamy. What are the characteristics of the Panirogamy? The first character is flowering plants. Second one is seed producing plants, that is Panirogamy plants also, that is Tracheophytes plants. Tracheophytes means we can differentiate the xylem and phloem for the transportation of the water from soil to root to plant body. Now Panirogamy, Tracheophytes, cryptogamy, Atracheophytes. So next Panirogamy is classified into only one division, that is Spermatophyta. What are the characteristics of the Spermatophyta? The Spermatophyta plants are seed producing plants with fruits. Next Spermatophyta division is again classified into two subdivisions. First one is gymnosperm. Second one is angiosperm. Angiosperm, these two subdivisions are under the division of the Spermatophyta. So next gymnosperm generally called, that is a gymnosperms. What are the characteristics of the gymnosperms? Without ovary and fruit. without ovary and fruit. The seeds are naked. Seeds are naked without fruit wall. Without fruit wall. This is the gymnosperms. Gymnosperms. Next, second subdivision in a division of the spermatophyta, angiospermae. Angiospermae plants with seeds. With seeds, the seeds are enclosed by seeds. Now in the angiospermae, the seeds are in angiospermae with the seeds. The seeds are enclosed by fruit walls. Seeds are enclosed by fruit walls. Next, that is a second subdivision of the spermatophyta division, again classified into two classes. First one is dicotyledon, second one is monocotyledon. So in a dicotyledon, a seed with two cotyledons, that is a dicotyledon. What are the examples of the dicotyledon plants? Beans, pea plants, groundnut. And monocotyledon plants, one cotyledon with their seed, that is called monocotyledon plants. Example, rice and maize. So these are the monocotyledon plants and dicotyledon plants. Dicotyledon plants, a seed with two cotyledons. Monocotyledon plants, a seed with only one cotyledon. Now this is the monocotyledon and this is the dicotyledon plants. Dicotyledon plants, example, beans, pea, groundnut. Monocotyledon plants, example, rice, maize. Now this is the classification of plant kingdom. This classification was given by scientist A.W. Eichler. A.W. Eichler.